Hi guys, welcome to Adding Integers with Miss McGann. I know sometimes those I give numbers seem daunting, but yes you can. You can do this math. I'm going to start with something you're familiar with, just adding positive numbers together. 28 plus 6. So we'll use the number 9 to show the example. This first number is going to tell us where to start at, so we'll start with 28. The plus sign tells us we're going bigger. We're going to more positive numbers. And then the positive 6 tells us we're going to move 6 spaces positively. So we'll start at 28, and then we'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. What's our answer? 34. Awesome. So hopefully there's no questions on that. We're going to move on to the negatives. So I do have a car example that I've used to teach negatives or teaching how to add integers. So I'll show you this example. The way I start is the first number I ask, where do I start? Then the plus or minus sign tells me which direction the car should face. And then the last one, the second number, tells me how many spaces I'm going to drive. Am I going to go more positive or am I going to go more negative? So I'll show you an example. Let's start at 28. Tells us, the plus sign tells us we need to face our car towards the bigger numbers. And then 6 tells us we should drive 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What did we end on? 34. Awesome. So let's apply this to negatives. Let's apply it to integers. What if it was 28 plus negative 6? We would start on 28. The plus sign tells us we're going to face towards the bigger numbers. If it was a minus sign, then we would face the smaller numbers. And the negative 6 tells us that we are going to drive in reverse 6 spaces. If it was positive, we move forward. But when it's negative, we're moving backwards. So we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces backwards. What's our answer? 22. So 28 plus negative 6 would be 22. Let's try another one. I also wanted to mention, sometimes we'll see, 28 plus the negative 6, but sometimes we put parentheses just so we don't get the signs confused. How about negative 8 plus 6? Where do we start? Awesome. We start at negative 8. Is the car going to face forwards or backwards? Forwards, as you can see. And then how many spaces are we going to move? 6. So if we start at negative 8 and move forward 6 spaces, what do we end at? Negative 2. Awesome. What if we have two negative numbers we're adding together? So a negative 2 plus a negative 4. Well, just follow the same steps. We'll start at the first one. And then it says plus, because this is a video on adding integers, so we're going to keep our car facing those bigger numbers. And then the second number tells us, how many spaces to drive. So it's a negative 4, so we're going to drive in reverse 4 spaces. If it was a positive 4, we would go forward 4 spaces. That should say 4 spaces. Sorry, didn't edit those numbers. So yes, negative 2 plus negative 4 is negative 6. Now go practice it on your own.